What's up, everybody? It's Chris Portillo from the City of Downey Parks and Recreation, and today you're going to be learning the Minor Pentatonic Scale. All right, so I am very excited to teach you the Minor Pentatonic Scale. This is where you're really gonna start improving as a soloist, as an artist. All of the greats have used or currently use the Minor Pentatonic Scale. Everyone from Jimi Hendrix to Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, all of these just beautiful, amazing guitarists. So not only am I going to teach you the Minor Pentatonic Scale, I'm also going to teach you the extension, so you can really start moving up and down the board and really start impressing people with some cool bluesy licks and just and have a good time while doing it. With that being said, let's go ahead and zoom in and get started. So the reason it's called the Minor Pentatonic Scale is because we're going to be playing 5 notes, penta meaning 5. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and do the A minor pentatonic. So we're going to go ahead and find our A note, which is the which is on the 5th fret of the E string. Remember, Eddie 8 dynamite, goodbye Eddie, or E A D G B E strings. So on the low E string, which is this one up here, we're going to hit our A note. That is the first note in the Minor Pentatonic Scale. The second note is going to be, we're going to stretch our pinky and hit from the 5th note, we're going 6, 7, 8th to the 8th fret. So. Okay, so those are the first 2 notes in the Minor Pentatonic Scale. We're going to go ahead and go a string down to the A string and hit that 5th fret. And instead of using our pinky, this time we're going to use our ring finger and hit the 7th fret, and we're going to hit that note. So far what we got is... Alright, so that's what we got so far. The next note we're going to hit is we're going to move down to the D string, and we're going to go ahead and play that note. Alright, now remember how I told you penta meant 5? We're going to go ahead, and this is your first 5 notes of the Minor Pentatonic Scale. And then it just starts all over again. So we're going to hit this note, and this note right here is the same note as right here. So hear that? They're very similar. It's just this one's higher up in like the octave. So whenever you're soloing, you're really gonna want to keep these notes, like this is home base for you. So when you're soloing and you're just playing a riff, like always come back to these notes. These are your home base notes. This is where you're going to want to be basically like at either the end of a measure or the beginning of a measure. Let's go ahead and jump back in. So we got the first 5 notes. And like the same thing you did with the A string, we're going to go ahead and play on the D string. So we got... And then the next string we're going to go ahead and jump to is the G string. So on these last 3 strings, all we've been doing is index, ring, index, ring, index, ring. All right. Now we're going to go back to like we did on the first, from the 5th fret to the 8th fret with our pinky. We're going to go ahead and play that on the B string. And also on the high E. So all together, I'm going to just play real slow. We're going to go. And then to go backwards, same thing. So I added that little nugget right here, but I'll go ahead and teach you that. But that is the first position of the minor pentatonic scale. It's a lot of people call it the minor pentatonic box, or because it's kind of looks like a box. Just remember, always be mindful of your root notes. Your root notes. There are 3 root notes on this scale that we're playing. It's this right here. This string right here, on the D string of the the D string of the 7th fret, and then on the high E of the 5th fret. So your 3 root notes are 5th fret low E, D string 7th fret, and then high E. All the same note, and you can play this scale anywhere. We can decide to do the B minor pentatonic, which is right here. So whatever key you're in, whatever, if like you have a bassist and you want to jam with them, and they say, okay, key of A. That's when you, or key of A minor, that's when you use the minor pentatonic scale, and you go to the A note, which is where we taught you here, and you just riff on that. All right, so now that you know the minor pentatonic box, I'm going to go ahead and teach you the extension to that. That way you can start moving up and down the board instead of just being stuck in that little pentatonic box. So jumping back in down here, this is our positioning for the A minor pentatonic on this right here, this 5th fret. That's where home base is. Now for the extension, we're going to go ahead and go back a full step, which just means 2 frets. We're going to go back a full step, and we're going to play that note on the 3rd fret. Once we play that, we're going to go ahead and use our ring finger to go ahead and play that root note. And then we're going to jump down to the A string and do it there as well. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and, so now that we know this, slide that up to the 7th fret. And if you remember, we actually play that note in our pentatonic box right here. So with the extension, it goes, play the pentatonic scale. When we get to the D string, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing that we did up here and slide it a full step forward to where we're on the 9th fret. So far we got. Once we're here, this is like the only hard part of playing this scale, is instead of a nice little like going back to this sort of fret, you're just gonna once you've slidden up, you're gonna go ahead and play this the 8th fret of the B string, and just do the same thing that you did up here, down here. So altogether, the minor pentatonic scale with the extension should sound like. And backwards. And remember to always be mindful of your root note. You're going to want to end a little riff on your root notes to make it sound pretty, make it sound good. All right, so that was the first position of the minor pentatonic scale and its extension. Again, this is a really fun bluesy scale. Throw on a backing track, or if you don't throw on a backing track, make sure you play with a metronome, because that's how you'll really get your timing down. But yeah, this is just a very, very good way to start sounding like an actual guitarist and start soloing like a guitarist. And it's a lot of fun too. It's a lot of fun. You can just be there for hours and just play and play and play. But, all it takes is 5 minutes a day. All it really takes is 5 minutes a day. Go ahead and turn on like the TV and just start. Just zone out, commit it to muscle memory, that whole thing. But as always, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We want to see your pentatonic licks. We want to see your scales and all of that. So make sure you post the video, #Downey at home so we can see. And thanks for watching. See you then.